Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lauren and today I have a very exciting video for you. This is a video that I've been planning for over a year. Like since before I had a YouTube channel, and this idea that I had is actually something that made me want to start my YouTube channel. So what I'm going to be doing today is comparing for you side by side 4 of like the most popular self-tanners. I actually put them on stripes, little stripes on my legs so you could see them side by side color comparison when I first applied with the tan guard, after you rinse the tan guard off, and then like approximately a week later. So it kind of gives you a good idea of how the colors compare to each other, and it gives you a good idea of which one really lasts the longest. And there's definitely a clear winner when it comes to like the longevity of the tan. So first off, the tanners that I have are all the mousses. I only like using mousses. Lotions I have a hard time like rubbing in and stuff, but the mousses are always like super easy to apply, so that's my preference. So all of these are the mousses, and I got each one of them in the darkest color offered by that company. The only company that has an ultra dark is the Loving Tan, and it definitely is darker than the other ones. And the other companies don't have a color that's quite that dark, but I got the darkest of each one. So this is the Mermaid Mousse Extreme, the Vita Liberata Phenomenal 2 to 3 week tan in dark, and the Tropez Bronzing Mousse in dark, and then the Loving Tan Deluxe Mousse in ultra dark. Okay. So I kind of want to take a minute and talk about each tan individually and kind of tell you their strengths and weaknesses overall. And I'm going to start with my favorite, which is the Loving Tan. I'm going to tell you straight out of the gate, this is my favorite. And this is probably the one that I will keep repurchasing and keep using for the indefinite future. It's the Loving Tan Ultra Dark Deluxe Bronzing Mousse. It's the darkest that I've ever found, which I like because I want to be as dark as possible. I have 2 layers of it on right now, actually. I've already washed the tan guard off, so it's a little bit lighter now. But it's a great tan. It looks a little paler on camera, and my skin is super pale normally. So when you put even really dark tanners on super pale skin, it's not going to be super, super dark. But this is the darkest that I have found, and it lasts the longest. It stays on for almost a full week. You can still see it after a full week. And I like it a lot. And I wouldn't say it's not the easiest to apply of all 4 of the tanners I'm comparing because it's super dark. But as long as you're really careful and like moisturize before you put it on and do all that stuff, you should be good to go. You shouldn't have any problems. I am going to film an entire separate video telling you how I apply it and my like tips and tricks for getting like the most even application. But I wanted to do that in like a separate video, so watch out for that. That'll probably be one of the next videos that I put up. And then my next favorite is definitely the Tropez Dark Tanning Mousse. I actually thought that this was like way darker than the $1 Million Tan and the Vita Liberata. Like this was my favorite until I tried the Loving Tan. But in the comparison, I kind of saw that this is really not that much darker. It was basically kind of almost the same color. And it definitely has the darkest of the tan guards. So when the tan guard is on with this one, it looks super dark. And then when you wash it off, it's definitely a lot lighter. But really easy to use, really effective. It's a nice color. It's just more of a olive toned tanner, I would say. But still like an awesome one if you don't want to order off the internet. So this is definitely super convenient to pick up because they sell it at Sephora or Ulta. You can get it pretty much anywhere. And it's really good. So if you don't want to order the Loving Tan, this is definitely a good alternative, but you'll see when I compare them that it's definitely not as dark and it definitely does not last as long. And then the last 2, I'm going to actually talk about them together because I feel like they're really similar. And then that is the $1 Million Tan and the Vita Liberata. And this is the $1 Million Tan Mermaid Mousse Extreme and the Vita Liberata Phenomenal 2 to 3 week Tan Mousse. They are almost the exact same color. I feel like the longevity is about the same. Of all the four that I've talked about, the Vita Liberata is definitely the easiest to apply. It is super easy. Like, you cannot mess this up. You could, if you tried, you could not mess this up. It is so easy to use. Not that the others are hard to use, but it is just the easiest. That being said, these two are the lightest. So that's probably kind of why this one's so easy, is because it's very light. And same with this. I just felt like these were both really light. This was $58 though. So I am probably going to return this because that is a little bit ridiculous. For the color that you get, like, I don't feel like there's enough of a color payoff to be worth $58. I might be cutting it real close to the return date though, because I've had this for a couple of months. But hopefully I can return it. This one though is only is a lot less expensive. I want to say it's $30 or $40. I don't know. I'll put that information on the screen. But this one, for the price, is about the same thing to me. So if you were thinking about getting the Vita Liberata, this would be a cheaper alternative. But again, these are not super dark. They're kind of light in my opinion. So yeah, that's it. So that was kind of my thoughts on each tanner individually, and now I want to get into the comparison swatches and footage so that you guys can see them compared side by side over time. So yeah, I'm going to insert that here and I will be back at the end of the video. So I just put the self tanner on about 10 minutes ago. I did apply a moisturizer, or I exfoliated, I shaved, and I applied a moisturizer. This is the Tropez. This one is the Vita Liberata Phenomenal Tan in Dark. This is also dark, by the way. This is Loving Tan in Ultra Dark. And this is the $1 Million Tan Mermaid Mousse in Extreme. So all four of these are the darkest shades that each company comes with. And right now, because I'm about to go to sleep, so none of the color has developed. So that is all pretty much just the tan guard that you're seeing. As you can see, the Tropez Dark has the darkest tanning guard in it. And the $1 Million Tan definitely has the lightest tan guard in it. And I would say that the Tropez is also the most neutral. I'd say this one leans a little bit green-yellow. This one leans, oddly, a little bit purple. And this one leans very orange-yellow to me. However, I think that these two are pretty similar. So that's the Vita Liberata and the $1 Million Tan. And I would say that this one has the most different color out of all of them. Obviously, this is just a tan guard, so once I wipe that off, it'll all look a little bit different, but that's what it looks like right now, and yeah, I'll see you guys in a little bit. So it's been about 8 hours since I applied it. I went to bed and slept with it on my leg like this. And I would say that it's that definitely the darkest are the Tropez and the Loving Tan. This one, to me, is still probably really neutral. This one still looks a little bit yellow-green to me. Still looks a little purple, and still a little bit yellow-orange as well. And those are definitely, these two are definitely way lighter, and these two are definitely way darker. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wash the tan guard off, and then I will come back and update you and see what the actual tan looks like. Okay, so this is what the tanner looks like after you wash off the tan guard. As you can see, all of them are quite a lot lighter. The Tropez especially, the Tropez has the darkest tan guard, I would say, out of all of them. And when you wash it off, there's not a whole lot of tan left over. Because if you remember, this looked quite a bit darker than these two, and now it looks about the same color-wise. And this one, the Loving Tan, is obviously the darkest of all four of them. And it does seem to be a little bit more red toned, almost, in comparison with the other three. The other three seem to be a little bit more yellow toned, especially
the $1 Million Tan, I think, is very yellow, and I would say that this is a little bit cooler toned. But still, in general, I would say that that's a pretty neutral color tan, a very natural color. And yeah, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and check back in about a week and see which one is still left standing. So, see you guys later. Okay, so I'm here for the final check-in. It's really hard to see. It's been an entire week, and usually I would kind of tan like twice a week probably. But anyways, the only one left that you can really see is the Loving Tan, which is this one right here. The other two the other few, I don't know if you can see. I think you can kind of see the Vita Liberata a little bit, like right there. Can't really see the Tropez at all. And you can like just barely maybe make out the $1 Million Tan right there, but it's really, again, hard to see. So anyways, it seems like that as far as long-lasting power goes, the Loving Tan is definitely the best because it's been an entire week, and I have exfoliated and showered and shaved like at least 3 or 4 times in that time period. So that's, I think, pretty good. So anyways, that's it, and I will also take a still picture. Hopefully you'll be able to see the other colors a little bit better. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, so that's it. Hopefully this video helped you decide which self-tanner you want to buy for the summer. I forgot to mention earlier, but I did purchase all of these myself. None of them were sent to me. My channel's not big enough for people to send me things yet. And this is my favorite for a reason, and obviously it's a favorite, you know, of other people's for the same reasons. It's nice and it's dark and it lasts a long time, so I definitely recommend this one. So yeah, that's pretty much it. One of my next videos is going to be on how to apply self-tanner and my tips and tricks for applying it for dry skin. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I will see you guys in the next one. As always, if you like this video, please like it, please subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
For my baby, make sure